So I've been robbed. And again, it's a second time when I've been robbed. And both of these situations are so bizarre, so ridiculous that it made me thinking, what the fuck is going on with this world? We just made a video about brutality of living in the UK, which went kind of viral lately. And then this situation's happening, and I'm like, I'm just so embarrassed. But let me tell you the whole story. So let's start from the first situation. So I get waked up. I get waken up. I did wake up in the middle of the night due to the big bang noise. And you know when you wake up, you are like, what the hell is going on? If that was a sleep, if I'm sleeping, if that was a dream, or but unfortunately it wasn't a dream. So I heard like someone behind my window doing something, like pulling something, banging like with the hammer. So at that point I knew exactly what's happening. Literally like behind my window, we got a shed, bike shed. And obviously at that point I already knew what's happening. So I just jumped out from the bed, opened the window, looked out the window, and I've seen two guys broken the door into the shed. And the second I looked out the window, one of them was already on the bike running off. And there was another guy. And despite the fact that I was so confused, so I wasn't even pissed off at that point. I was just so confused that I just opened the window and I just asked him, what the fuck are you doing? Because at that point, I already knew the guy who just ran off on the bike, that was the guy who actually wanted to break in to get a bike. And another guy, I could see straight away he's homeless. Like I could see now, you can see these people from the street. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he looked at me and he said, I'm homeless. And I didn't know what to say. I was at that point I get even more confused and I'm like, so I'm homeless. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And by this point, he had a bag in his hand, like a big, massive bag, like a shopping bag. I'm like, put this fucking bag down. But the problem is, I was standing with my underwear. I couldn't even get out, and to get out from the house, I had to walk all the way up through the house to get out. So I literally speaking with this homeless guy who's robbing me behind the window. And I'm like, put this fucking bag down. And he was like, I need to take something. God damn it. What the fuck is going on with the world? I said, put this fucking bag down. That's the kid's toys. And he couldn't see because there was a bed sheet over this bag. And at this point, he gets so confused. So he put the bag down and he was searching for more. And you know, I just realized, I just knew what's happened. Like the guy who want to rob the bike, he just took the bike, he just took some homeless person, so if they would get caught up, he just leave this guy and he just ran off. I guess that's the pattern what they do actually when they trying to rob. And you know what? The thing is, it was 11 p.m. It wasn't even like a morning or something. I just barely fell asleep. And this shit happening behind my window, 11 p.m. It was like a overnight or something. So anyway, I told him to put this fucking bag down because that's the toys That's kid toys. And obviously at that time I was like, at this point I get pissed off. So I just close the window, put my fucking trousers on, and I get out. But obviously this guy was gone as well. It took me like probably 10 seconds to put the trousers on and get out. This guy was gone. And you know what is the best? He took the bed sheet. He took the fucking old stinky bed sheet. Maybe not stinky because it's washed, but it was in the bike shed. If he would ask me, it was a bed sheet which we just chucked up there because we didn't need it at home. So if he would ask, I would give him. And you know what is the best? There's way more things which I wish to give him. If he wouldn't rob me, if he would come to me and ask me if he can have something from there, if I'm not using it, I would give him a couple bees because I'm not using this stuff. He was thinking just to go to the car boot or something, just to sell it, or maybe just put it to this, the boxes where you got like you can put the stuff for a poor family or family in need, however you call it. But no, he would rather just rob me, rob the bed sheet. This situation is like, it's so ridiculous, but at the same point, I'm pissed off, and not because Beats been stolen. I'm pissed off because in the evening, I wouldn't say that it was night, it was an evening. Right behind my window, someone robbing my shed, my bike shed. I'm just speechless. At that point, I'm literally speechless. I'm not sure what to say. But anyway, so that's the one situation. I tell you about another one because that's also bizarre and also funny and also ridiculous. And so, at one morning, I wake up, I get ready to go to work, and I walk down. We've been living like on a second floor house, a flat, apartment building. And I went to my car and I realized I cannot start the car. Everything is all right, like battery is okay, it's like everything is sound, but I cannot start my car. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I get out to open the bonnet and look what might be wrong. And then I realized someone robbed me out of petrol. Or robbed my petrol. Robbed me petrol? Robbed my... Anyway, let me know how it should be correctly. So someone literally robbed the petrol out of my car. But what is funny about this situation is that at that time, it was a couple of years ago, I was pretty poor and I was literally barely scraping money for petrol. And I barely made it home on the petrol I had in the car. There was maybe a liter, maybe 2 liters of petrol. And someone overnight came to the car park, drilled the hole in my fuel tank underneath my car, and drained the petrol. But they didn't know there is probably 1 pound worth of petrol in there. But that's not the end of the story, because the petrol was all over the ground. So as soon as I drilled, all the petrol went on the ground. There was nothing to steal. They even left the bottle, which they supposed to collect the petrol. They left the bottle on the side of the car because there was nothing to steal. And these two situations are bizarre, are to some point fun. I'm laughing now with my wife about that, but they are pissing me off because that's happening in the broad light, kind of happening behind my window. And these people who's doing that making more damage than they actually can earn out of this situation. They drill my tank, where the new tank is like 200 pounds to replace it. I lost the day at work. I had to replace my petrol tank. Now someone just broke this shed, stolen the bike. Yeah, they get a couple quid for it, but they broke the gate. Everything's broken. The wooden gate is completely fucked. Anyone can come in, get into the shed now, and like, what's it worth? What the hell is going on with people nowadays? Why people doing that, and which direction we are heading? Because it's mad what's happening now lately. It's fucking mad. Anyway, I wish you to stay safe and enjoy your time, but look after yourself, because as you can see, crazy shit is happening